going on, everybody? It's Brees, and you're here with me for another episode of the What's Cooking podcast, home of the hottest and upcoming entrepreneurs around the city. So today we have a special guest, somebody that you guys might know. If you're a big fan of the Brooklyn drill scene, if you're a big get sturdy on TikTok type of person, or if you're just into fashion around the city. So today we have Mr. Prolificfabric himself. But before we get to his formal introduction, I first wanted to formally introduce Taylor to the set, because a lot of you guys actually been asking me about Taylor and, want to know a little bit more about her. So Taylor, as you knew from last episode, she's an entrepreneur herself. She's actually the first person I reached out to do the podcast. And at the time she was kind of busy, but she actually gave me a timetable and it was able to work. And now she's here and I'm grateful for that. So Taylor, if you have anything you want to say about yourself to the audience.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I do a lot of different things. I teach. I'm a 6th grade math teacher. I'm a makeup artist. I have a clothing line with my brother.
Too much. I like
I
it.
think I'm about to go into cooking.
Peep the shirt.
Cooking.
Slow and steady clothing.
All right.
And I am a mixologist / bartender. Mobile bartending coming soon.
What's
You know,
cooking?
I just like to create things, and a lot of my ventures started off like with me not even thinking about money, just because I like to do stuff. And here we are. So stay tuned. Like I said before, you guys will learn more and more about me as the podcast goes on. But thank you guys, and I'm happy that you guys have me here.
Yes.
What's cooking with Taylor's cooking?
Yes,
I'm
what's
about to
cooking?
learn how to make some oxtails soon.
All right.
Yeah, so now we gonna see what's cooking with Prolificfabric clothing line. So without further ado, we got Fedy on the set. So Fedy, want to introduce yourself?
What's up, y'all? My name is Fedy, Prolificfabric, Mr. Prolific himself. Shout out to What's Cooking NYC. Shout out to Breeze. Shout out to Mike. And shout out to Taylor. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited and happy to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Mr. Shoot Through the Fabric himself is in the spot.
You know the vibes.
Man, we here.
Yeah, so it's actually funny because we all know Fedy through like different avenues. Like for me, it's so funny. Like the way I know him is because I recognize him through the website, because I've ordered from him before. And the first time not in person, but first time I met Fedy, he accidentally shipped my items upstate. And
That was you?
yeah, that was me.
Yo, that's crazy.
Now, how did you do that?
Was it the same with
listen,
the address, though?
I don't know. Like it was weird. It went to Poughkeepsie, however it's pronounced.
Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie, whatever. Like, I mean, shout out to them too. But
That's mad funny.
Yeah.
Never brought that up till today.
oh, for real?
Sometimes you just gotta save it for like the
Yeah,
big
'cause-
reveal.
Yeah, because I didn't get my items. I was just like, I hit him up. I was like, well, what's the deal with my package? And he was like, send me the order number. I sent it to him. He's like, give me 10 minutes. I got you. So he sends me the shipping info. And legit, everything was good. It was more on U.S. Postal, like USPS. It was more on them because everything was perfect. Like everything was perfectly fine. But for some reason, it just, like the day before it's supposed to come to my house, just reroutes and goes to
They put
upstate.
that on the wrong.
Yeah,
So-
I think I remember now, because sometimes, like when you put a certain address, the system like automatically puts one or something like that.
Yeah.
It was something like that, but now I do remember, yeah.
Yeah, but the first time I met him in
That's
person was actually funny because you definitely remember. He
I
tells
remember
everybody
that.
this story.
It was yesterday.
So like one of my friends is a model for his brand actually. Shout out my boy Carl.
Mhm.
That's
And
awesome.
Carl had a little like get together party type of thing.
Mhm.
And I seen him, I was like, where's my sweater? Like this is actually this exact sweater.
Sweater
I was
right
like, where's
here.
my sweater? And he was like, and I said it as a joke, but he thought I was, being aggressive. He's like, look at him. He's like, whoa. I was
We
like,
got it
nah, I'm
on.
joking, bro. I'm joking. He's like, yeah, because I'm not shipping them out yet. I'm doing a pre-order right now. And, we get them soon. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. He's like, wait, you really ordered a sweater though? I was like, yeah. He's like, let me see. So I showed him the receipt. He got mad excited and like, he was just all
Yeah.
smiles the rest of the day.
Yeah.
My
Like,
son showed me he showed me the
He-
thank you
he-
for your order email. Yo,
he took a picture of it, everything. He put out his story. Like,
I was hype
it
as
was
hell,
just,
bro.
it was hilarious.
I felt amazing, bro. I took a picture with you. I added you on the gram. We became
Never-
friends that day. I ain't gonna
Nah.
lie. That day we just became friends.
it's
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, because this was like February or March.
Mhm.
And he's actually the first person I told about the podcast. Like, even before y'all. Like,
Yeah.
I told him, I said, yo, I have an idea for a podcast. I want you to be my first guest.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, sure.
Sure.
But,
Sure.
yeah, a lot of setbacks happened for me. So it's like, it took me a while to get started. But we finally here. And, I'm happy to have him up here. So
Excited to be
Yes.
here, man.
Yeah. So
First guest.
where
Shout
do we?
out to you though, because you actually shop even way before anything.
Yeah.
So that was like real genuine love. So
Yeah.
anything you ever do, I'm gonna
Come on,
genuinely
I see I'm rocking the, got the
me,
sweatsuit on. This is
the
metallic,
tracksuit.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
metallic.
that's
That's what they call it, metallic, right?
that's the Halo
Halo, yeah.
reflective tracksuit.
Reflective. That's what I meant to say.
And a lot of people don't know this is actually our main logo, like our actual brand. This is just one of our logos.
That's your main logo right here?
Yeah, the P.
Wow.
That's actually like
Wow.
the brand logo, but it just so happens that logo is the logo everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
So they just assume that's the brand logo, and we just like, okay,
Yeah,
that's the main logo, the P right here that you got.
yeah,
So
because
shout out to you for ordering that.
yeah, I was actually gonna start with that. So, as like you said, this is the top seller right now in terms of images that you have, because you have a lot of different lines in your clothing line.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of different images and things like that. So I was actually watching your interview with the Other Side podcast. Shout out to them.
Shout out to the
And
Shout
I
out to the other side.
yeah, I actually loved the explanation that you gave in terms of like how you came up with this logo, because I thought it was really beautiful, like a beautiful concept, beautiful idea. Would you mind sharing it with us?
All right, so definitely. So this logo was created around a time like I was going through a lot. I was actually dealing with like a lot of negativity in my life due to like other people being in my life. So I'm actually tell the whole story. For me, since we have the time anyway.
Story time.
Story
time, yes. So
So-
from the beginning, like
From
the
In the beginning,
Jump
God
off.
created heaven and the earth, and then there was light and Fedy. Thank you.
and there was
and then Prolific came after.
So around the time, right? This was around I think like 2019, like late 2019. I had a apartment at the time. For me, it's like put it like this, right? Let's say you own an apartment, right? But you don't live there no more. You're moving out. So you're like, yo, Fedy, I don't live there no more. You could have the apartment, do whatever you want. So that's basically what the situation was.
Yeah, the free crib.
Yeah, basically. So, but we had to pay rent and stuff, of course. So it was like 3 rooms. So I had some roommates. For me, I had some roommates and stuff. And one of them didn't want to pay rent for me.
Oh.
Like, average story.
He gotta go.
Feel me? So, and I was like in charge of it. You know what I'm saying? I was the one in charge, of course, collecting the rent, whatever. And that one person was actually my friend too. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Be like that. Man.
Helping out a friend and shit, like, all you gotta do is just pay your part, whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
But it got to the point, they're not paying whatever. I'm like, bro, you gotta go. So where I messed up was the rent was like the lease or whatever was actually not under my name. It wasn't. So it was on the owner's name. But you
Right.
know,
But he's not there.
yeah, he's not there. Like I was controlling it. So the guy, like the friend or whatever, knew that information. So I'm like, you gotta go. This guy's like, he's not
Technically,
going
yeah.
nowhere. Like he called the cops on me. True story, bro. I came home, the police was literally there and literally said with their mouths like, you can't take him out. You got to go to court if anything,
Right.
and you could get in trouble for this and that. I'm like, damn. Now that's not even a big deal because, like I said, the person that was renting was my uncle, so it's a family. But it's just the simple fact, like I'm Haitian, so.
Like I said to all the Zoes, we here, man.
Yes,
I'm a Zoe too. So, if you guys know Haitian adults and stuff, they don't like to deal with drama and stuff like that. So the minute he heard some shit like that, he got scared. Like he's like, yo, like he don't want to deal with nothing like that. So this is a part of the story that none of them knew. The lease was about to end in like 2 months. So none of them knew that. So they thought, you know what, we about to live free here for like, because the court like process takes mad long. Yeah, so it's like it's not even worth it.
Yeah, we about to live free here. Fedy, you about to get in trouble with this and that. We live, mind you. These are people I try to help, bro. These are people I literally try to help. I give a place to stay, and they simply wasn't, for me, doing what adults supposed to do, just pay rent. I'm like, you gotta go. They wanna, for me, put me in trouble. Like, that's the type of shit people will do to you in the world, bro. Like you really try to help somebody, try to look out for them, be good to them, and they'll try to destroy you.
Yeah.
So throughout that whole shit, right, I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, like this is what about to happen. I gotta go to court. I gotta deal with all this stuff. I gotta, feel me? And around that time, I had a company. I was doing door-to-door sales. Most people probably forgot about.
I definitely
I've
hugged on to you
done
with that
that
one.
too.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I was, at the time, I was actually the boss. We were selling Verizon Fios cable. I ended up getting a
that's
contract.
crazy. I did too.
You did the
I ain't
same
gonna
thing?
lie, I did too.
Were you good?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I quit like 2 months in.
Damn, I did like 2 years in that shit, but that shit made me who I am today. I ain't gonna lie, like
That's
door-to-door
what's up.
sales. That was like my university, like my school. So I was working there for about like a year, 2 years. I ended up getting my own contract where I was able to get my own LLC, hire my own people, and I created Bruno Enterprise that had people literally knocking doors for me. That was really cool. That was
So you
lit.
became a boss at a young age.
Yeah, I was like
what's
20.
up.
I was like 21. I had like over 20 people working for me.
Different.
Yeah, mind you, this is all happening around the time these people trying to get me in trouble with the law, take me to jail, all that. So, and at the time, I'm like, damn, like, what do I do? Like, I got a company to go run every day. So what I did was, I left the house, because remember, the lease is ending in 2 months, so they don't know that. But they think they're about to be lit for the rest of their life. Like, they're about to have this crib forever. Fedy's about to go to jail because he's illegally renting. But it was legal anyway, because the guy gave me permission, you know, but it was just my name was not in the lease. So, so what I did was, right?
Like a handshake agreement type.
Yeah, so what I did was, I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave the crib. So I took all my stuff. I left the crib. And I decided to keep running Bruno Enterprises. Feel me? We got to knock doors every day. I got to teach. I got to mentor. Feel me? I had a lot of people working for me, you know, so I decided to do that for me. And I was staying around at my man's crib at the time. Because I live in Long Island. Like, my parents' house is in Long Island. So I was like, to travel from Long Island back and forth and to get a new apartment, it was just mad work at the time, and I didn't have the time. And I was still going like to look for apartments and stuff, but it was just a lot because I had to run the company, like I said. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay with my son for a little bit, and then I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with this house. So this is where throughout the whole time I'm thinking, I'm running this company. I wanna find something to do else though, something else that would be amazing. So I'm thinking, because when people try to do evil to you, it's a lot of things you could do. You feel me? I could have. We from the towns, we from Brooklyn and shit. So I'm thinking like, what I want to do to these people? Like, do I want to hurt them? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be something greater. I'm gonna be, feel me? I'm gonna be a real a real person and do something amazing. So, So I'm thinking what to do though, and it didn't come to me as of yet, because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the house.
Right.
So lucky for me, right? God is good for me. This is why I'm always good to people, and I'm always thankful for God, and thankful for everything good that happens to me, because the situation turned the whole other way, right? So while I was knocking doors, I closed the deal with a lady that worked with the apartment was also with housing at the time too. You guys know housing.
Oh, yeah. Housing Connect.
Yeah, housing. It was like a house, but not a building, but actually a house, but with housing. So thankfully, I closed the lady. She worked for housing, and usually when you close deals, knocking doors, people tend to get a connection with you. They tend to become cool with you.
Yeah, gravitate towards you.
Yeah, gravitate towards you. And she was an older lady. I actually ended up telling her what I'm going through. Till this day, I'm thankful for that lady. She actually explained to me exactly how to get out that situation, and I was able to follow what she said. And thankfully, those people got evicted, and I was good.
This is good.
Thank you,
I wasn't. I didn't go to jail or anything. I didn't have to go to court. I didn't have to go through no problems. They got evicted before the 2 months was over. And I was good. This is why I'm thankful for, I'm just good to everyone.
And they probably wishing damn, we should have treated you
bro.
better.
There was, bro, you know what's crazy? Because throughout that time, I had friends that kept going to the house. They're telling me yo, these guys were in the house. They turned into a trap, telling everybody yo, Fedy this, talking bad on my name every day.
That's how
feel me, talking bad on me. And the whole time I'm working, I'm not even focused. So, and this is where Prolific came along. So I'm like, okay, so what? Around that time, I was already thinking of ideas, thinking of designs, thinking of you know what? Because I had a clothing line around 10th grade. Most people don't know that. So I had a clothing line around 10th grade, right?
What was that called?
It was, I ain't gonna lie, if you see, I'll show you guys after.
Yeah,
if you see it, it's so bad.
Humble beginnings though. Humble
Right,
beginnings.
you gotta see it.
Yeah, humble beginnings. I'm gonna show you guys at the end. So I actually had a clothing line in 10th grade. But what happened was, around that time I was young, I wasn't really confident and I didn't have the resources. So I gave up on it.
Right.
So while I was chilling, I called my brother, my little brother. Shout out to him. Shout out to my brother. By the way, everybody watching, go tune into his Instagram, Jada Appendison. That's my heart right there. That's my role model, my everything. So I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, remember we had a clothing line around when we was younger? Let's go back to that. He said, all right, bet. He just said, all right, bet. I was like, all right. So I started thinking
Those are the type of people you need in your circle.
Yeah.
Because what it was, he was already trying to think of something to do as well.
Might as well, yeah.
And he was like, you know what, let's work together. Let's just do
it. Yeah.
So for me, when I told him that, we started brainstorming together. So that logo you see right there was actually one of our first logos. But before that, you wouldn't believe what this shit was. They had like a whole bunch of different names. So we kept brainstorming a whole bunch of different names.
What was the name before Prolific, dude?
Bro, one of the first names I had was like Power.
Yeah, I remember I heard that.
You heard that
Yeah.
in the interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had Power. We had mad different names. One was Oblivion. Mad different names, but
Better question. Was there a better name? Was there a name that you literally almost picked over Prolific?
I think it was gonna be either Power or Oblivion or Mad. I don't even remember. It was mad names, but we had. But what happened was, like, we took so long on thinking of a name that one day I'm driving around. My brother called me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I seen this word Prolific. What do you think about that?" I was like, "All right."
Fire. All right.
I was like, "Yo, like, what's the meaning?" First of all, what's the meaning? He told me the meaning, which was like to do basically positive, productive things, which is to, you know, do good things for yourself, for people, stuff like that. You know, being, you know, productive, good, and great. And I was trying to make the brand kind of represent that message already.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? So what I did was I went to do research. Like, is there other brands named Prolific? I saw Nipsey stuff. And it was other brands named Prolific too. So I was like, you know what? It can't just be Prolific on its own.
Gotta be something else.
So we added another name, and we was thinking of like Prolific clothing, Prolific, all type of stuff. And then I think he said Fabric, or I don't remember who. He said Fabric. I was like, you know what? Prolificfabric, cool.
That's it. Yeah, it's a ring. It's a ringer. It's a
There
ringer.
you go.
Yeah,
And then we went with that. So that's how the brand came to be, basically, because I was going through that negative time of my life, and I wanted to, you know, do something better,
Right.
instead of hurting people, taking, you know, stuff people do from the towns. I decided to create a brand and turn that negative into something positive, and that's what that logo represents. A ski mask, feel me? You wear a mask. Like, if I wanted to go hurt those people that was trying to do me dirty in the house, I would have wore a mask, you feel me?
Right.
But I decided to
graduate into
I
a
put
better
the graduation cap. I created a 6-figure business.
I need one of those hoodies.
For me, you definitely do.
I need
Bro,
one.
that
For me, instead of being negative like them, I didn't choose to be like them. I decided to be prolific.
right.
Created a 6-figure business now. For me, we already had 6 figures for the year
And
already.
you say you
Yes,
started this
sir. For
around
the
like
year.
2019 or
Yes,
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just
yeah.
going crazy, man. That's why everybody watching, I tell everybody, no matter what circumstance, what you're going through with anyone, just choose the positive route, because it's a better outcome.
Oh.
It's a greater outcome in that.
It's a better outcome.
Yeah, rather
I
than,
know you watching.
for me, bro, rather than like, for me, you don't want to be like the people trying to do you bad, because it's gonna make you bad too.
It's gonna make you bad.
Yeah, and it's actually
gonna be
impressive
good.
too, because we did a previous episode, 6 figures in 6 months. So it's cool to see that you also did 6 figures in 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
Six.
we already had 6
Yeah.
figures for the year already. I'm not.
Sick.
I just said that just to send some motivation to people that's probably going through things as I did, to let them know they could do the same. For me,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
And I actually like the fact that, well, I like the story as a whole, because I seen a post and it said a lot of people get further if their friends believed in their dreams the same way they did. And that's really what happened in your case. You know, I mean, even though your friend wanted to do the clothing line with you.
that's my brother though. That's actually my
Oh,
brother.
your actual brother. Okay.
Yeah, my real
So
brother.
even though your brother wanted to do a clothing line as well, you know, the fact that he believed in you to just go ahead and like support what you wanted to do and just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, let you take the lead, kind of like a LeBron D Wade type of combo right there.
Yeah, Kobe
Jordan
and Shaq.
Pippen,
Kobe
yeah.
and Shaq.
Jordan Pippen, like
Yeah, Jordan Pippen.
Kobe, Shaq, you know.
LeBron and Wade. Thank
Well,
you.
his favorite player is Curry.
I was about to say Curry and Clay, like, you feel me, Splash Brothers. So it's really amazing to see, like, you know, two brothers actually coming together to do something like that, because
Thank you,
we
bro.
don't see that a lot
Yeah, we don't.
today.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank you.
not
guys.
just in New York, but in the world in general. So that's real right there.
So I actually have some questions for you because, like, before, like I said, my brother and I, we have our own clothing brand.
All right.
So the question I had, more on the business side, what was the hardest part about actually like getting your clothing brand up and running?
All right. So this is a good question. So to be honest, everything in the brand was actually easy. I ain't gonna lie. The hardest part was really coming up with good designs and also finding good like people to work with in terms of like manufacturers. Yeah, basically in terms of manufacturers and also just coming up with good things, because we try to come up with stuff that people can relate to, because you could go shop and like the shirt could have nothing on it. It could be any type of shirt, and then you might want to buy it, might not. But I want people to like see our clothes and like, I don't know, like the minute you look at it or it captures your attention,
Right.
It's like you feel it.
Like
Yeah,
that's that's the one.
Yeah, I want you to be walking. Let's say you walking. Wait, hold on. What is this? Like that feeling.
Yeah.
Like for example, this hoodie right here.
That's how I felt about that hoodie. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was about to get into that.
"Oh."
If you walking, like let's say you just walking by, you just see it.
That's a fashion statement hoodie in my
That
opinion.
You're gonna stop
In
and
my
be like,
opinion.
wait, what is that? Because for me, that's what I try to create with all our pieces. So that's really the hardest part, coming up with pieces. Because I ain't gonna lie, before I finally decide on a logo, it could take me a week, a month, even a year
Jesus.
before I finally decide. Because we're so indecisive. Like that logo, it took, at first it was just the mask. Then I added the cap. Then it was no words. Then I put the words. It's like it's so much we go through to finally decide on something. To me, that's the hardest part. Like even right now.
And it's a simple logo too.
It's simplicity.
But it's like stuff. It takes so.
But it's so
long.
detailed. It's so detailed.
Simplicity at its best. Like right now, it's projects I'm working on that I've been working on for over like 6 months now, but I just can't decide. And a lot of times it'd be the simplest thing I'll dislike about it. Like, so that's, to me, that's the hardest part. For him, for my brother, he'll probably say the same thing too. But everything else to me is not that hard. Like marketing is, because I learned everything from the door to door. Any business thing I learned from that. That was literally my school.
I like that.
Everything I learned, everything I apply now was from literally knocking doors, trying to sell cable to people. And because throughout that, I was like buying books and shit. Because I dropped out of college around that time. I ain't gonna lie.
Keep telling
So,
people.
and I know that you mentioned you had a TikTok influence. So how do you get in with TikTok? Because I can't figure TikTok out. TikTok's a lot.
So TikTok, that's a good question. Also, I found out about TikTok probably a year ago or two. I didn't even really know about TikTok, but I don't know. It's just a lot of people on it. So like, I don't know, a lot of people that use TikTok tend to like our clothes and will just purchase or hit us up for it, and they'll just wear it. And from them wearing it, I'll notice like a lot of people, like just random people will like comment and like really like our clothes.
Yeah, because I see you guys going worldwide, even in person too. Like I've been in random parts of like Long Island. I see people wearing Prolific. I've been in Jersey. I see people wearing Prolific. You go on TikTok, you see people in like Europe wearing Prolific.
Like TikTok in person, I don't see it often. But it'll be crazy. People tell me they see it.
I remember I called you too as soon as I seen it.
I was dead in college. Like I was dead in college for like the early stages of your stuff. But for me, like I'm a guy, I see it. Like I see it even though I can't like actually like be around it physically. I see it. I'll never forget the time. Like I first caught wind of it when I was on the train before, but then it was when I seen Busy rocking it.
Oh, Busy man, shout out Busy, man. Free Busy.
My soul,
it was Busy, man.
He was like the first rapper, right?
The first.
Nah, he wasn't.
It wasn't. I don't think it was the first rapper, but that was like I can remember. A lot of people start because I feel like Busy is responsible for like a new wave of rappers and my drill rappers in my personal opinion.
Busy, man.
So because of that, I was like, I'm seeing like people in Central Park when I went to for the side talk, the little TikTok dancing people. I forget their names, and I'm so bad. I feel so bad for forgetting their names.
It's a lot of people from TikTok. Shout out Jay Smirk.
Bro,
that's probably him.
Heartless J,
bro,
those my guys.
That like it's like the new generation just likes you, it gravitates, and that's what that's okay. Like that's okay.
Yeah, that's one of the.
I love it. I love it.
Like shout out Busy. I ain't gonna lie, the way the Busy thing happened. Like first it was like Fabio and them guys was wearing it. And then Busy and them locked in because one of his friends I know, like I actually met through knocking doors. It's funny, like I had knocked his door.
Know, man.
I had knocked his door.
Networking, man.
Like I had knocked his door and I sold him like files, and he's Haitian too. So usually when we close the deals, it's usually at the door, but sometimes they'll invite you in the house. I was in this guy's house.
I remember that too.
We was chilling. We became friends that same day.
Yeah.
And then like this is a whole year later I created a brand and I just tapped in with him. Like I was like, you be with Busy, you'll tell him tune into our brand. And then he did. He actually he's like, yo, bro, I'm about to send in the group chat right now. And then Free Daffy, to shout out Daffy. Like Daffy is a friend of Pop Smoke. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
Yeah, definitely.
So Daffy was like, at the time he locked in with me, he was jacking the brand. He literally texted me, yo, bro, Busy, I'm in the studio with him right now. Text him.
That's it.
So he literally reached out to me. I'm like, yo, this is mad lit. Like I literally just met Daffy, bro. Like this is somebody I just met that's showing me mad love. He's like, bro, I'm in the studio with Busy right now. Text him, bro.
Networking is just so beautiful.
I text him. He hit me back. I'm like, yo, gang, you jacking the brand. We linked up like, I think the same week. I don't remember.
Hey, you wasted no time.
And he's like, yo, bro, I got a show in Boston. I jack your brand. Like my son Daffy put me on. My son Wavy put me on, whatever. I'm trying to wear it on during the show. And we just linked up. We linked up in East New York, and he just We've
That's
been locked
it.
in since then. Shout
That's
out
what's up.
Busy, man.
Free
Free
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah,
Thank
Busy
you for the
Busy.
opportunity with my son. And he wore it in the video too.
Yeah, in the video. In the video.
I didn't
yeah.
expect he was gonna do that.
Yeah, it was. I forget that song. It was that
Big Drip
first-
remix.
Yeah,
Shout out Busy,
Yeah.
man. So that's kind of like how that started. And then after that, everybody else just
and the,
Tuned
the
in.
wave comes
So
in. Yeah.
speak of Big Drip. So how'd you get in tune with like Fabio?
all right. So the way I got into it, Fabio. So just let everybody know when I started this brand, I was writing everybody
Yeah.
in DMs. I was writing
Yep.
everybody. But
That's
not
hustle
everybody
right there.
responds though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So what I did was I wrote Fabio's manager. Shout out Bless. His name's CEO Bless. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I text him. I was like, yo, gang, like, so what I do, I sent him a picture of just the fits. I'm like, yo, we just made these. Like, for me, tune in, like, show your
Genuine,
guys.
just
If
come
they
genuine.
like it, let me know. Like,
Right.
he actually responded. I was like, shit, like this guy responded.
Yeah.
He was like, say that gang. I'm gonna let them know if they like it, whatever. He hit me back the same day. He's like, yo, they jacking it.
Yeah,
Pull
that's
up. He sent the address. I went that same day. Like, so what happened was Favi had just left because he had, I don't know, problems with, I don't know. I think he had like something he had to attend.
Yeah.
But his other entourage was there. And when I came, they showed me mad love, bro. They like, yo, they jacking the brand. And later that day, it was on stage with Favi were performing, bro. Like, they had it on. Like, they had it on. So,
Yeah, RPT. I know he wore your stuff a lot.
shout out T-Dot, man. Or
T-Dot, yeah,
T-Dot.
T-Dot,
T-Dot
yeah.
was alive right now. He'd be rocking Prolific, bro.
Yeah.
I love
Well-
T-Dot, bro. T-Dot showed me so much love.
You know, one thing I love
RPT
about
that.
like stories like that is just like is I don't know how to explain it, but like I have this theory that when people are trying to like do like different styles, you know, different ways to rock, you know, different things, they're constantly looking for that new drip, like drip that you won't find in the mall, drip that you won't find on like Shine or, you know, stores, you know, sites that you can like normally cop or Amazon or whatever. So like when you know you do the networking and all that stuff, it's like even like rappers or even just musicians, like we're always constantly looking for new stuff. So when I see like Prolific, I was like, wow, like this
Yeah, I wanna
is really
follow up
really
on that.
happening. That's how I'd be like, and when people even incorporate it now, shout out Jen Carter, because I fell in love with that bar, like shoot through the
Shout out Jen
fabric.
Carter, man.
What you said?
Oh shit, I'm feeling
Prolific. I shoot through the fabric.
I was like,
I was
oh
just
my
listening to
God.
that song on the
She's one of
way
my favorite
here.
artists
That's
right now
crazy.
too. So
Shout out to them. They
Jen.
just got signed too.
Yeah.
The whole 4-1 crew.
So it's amazing. So like from even like the older generation, like Favi's crew, and then you got the new generation, and even the current one, because you know TikTok and all that stuff is fire to me. Like,
Thank you, gang.
I feel like watching it, like, and you also got not just the urban, the life, you know, the people like us down, but you got also like the other parts. You got other parts of the world jacking you. So it's not just about a New York domination. It's like a world takeover.
Putting on for the city, man.
Yeah, it's different. It's
So,
different.
like,
Your
took-
story is really inspiring.
different.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
I'm
you.
at the beginning stages of my brand, and I'm just like listening
Bro, it's
and taking in
different.
everything that you're saying. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna do this different, we're gonna do that
It's
different.
different.
And it's like, it gives me a sense of encouragement, like, don't give up, because right now, trying to figure everything out, yo, it's so difficult. It's so difficult.
Listen, all I could tell you, it is difficult and it will get difficult, but just don't give up and keep going. It's gonna, because it was times I felt like giving up. I ain't gonna lie. When I first started this, it was like when I was in the process of thinking of logos, I was like, I couldn't get nothing.
Right.
I was like, nah, but I didn't want to give up because my main like, for me, one of my main like inspiration and reasons was, remember I told you to kind of like shit on those people that was
Right.
trying to do me dirty.
You ain't gotta lie about it. It's
Listen,
so rewarded.
it is what it
That's
is.
the truth.
So I was like, I need to do something amazingly great. And I kept using that as motivation and like kept working, kept thinking. So for me, my advice is do the same. Keep whatever your motivation is, find that motivation and just keep going, keep it pushing. It's gonna flourish.
Yeah. So
matter
to go.
You have another question?
Yeah. So basically, like I said, I wanted to back off of what Mike said. So Mike would speak about how you have like the newer, the older generation and stuff like that. So when it came to the drill wave, a lot of people, not even just drill, but just like Brooklyn music alone, a lot of people started with the Vinny's hoodies, right?
Yeah.
Then we had,
Oh my, thank you. Yeah, you were just covering this topic.
then look, then we had the lifestyle, right?
Uh huh.
And those were pretty wavy, but now we got Prolific.
Yes. Yes.
So my question, it's kind of spicy.
We
My question,
connected, we connected.
my question to you is, do you think that you're the face of Brooklyn when it comes to clothes?
I mean, I don't want to sound like too like,
You could be honest.
but I feel like I'm putting on for the city a lot.
Mhm.
For me, I feel like. Do you want me to say yes or no, right?
Yeah, I mean, give your thoughts.
If you want me
like,
to
how do you
answer,
feel
I
on
will
it?
tell
'Cause
you the answer.
I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I would say yes, especially
Yes.
because like
I say yeah too.
I would say especially because like technology done advanced to where it's like you have more advantages anyway. So you
Yes.
feel me? Like we just spoke about TikTok. TikTok wasn't even around when like most of the drill stuff happened. So it's like not only do these artists have a bigger platform, but they're giving you a platform too,
Yeah.
indirectly just by wearing your clothes all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's safe to say that, in my opinion, you definitely got it for sure.
yeah, I think so too. Like, I think we do have Brooklyn right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of clothing.
I'll
in
say
terms
New
of
York to
fashion.
be honest.
Yeah,
Yes, in New
I
York.
say the same thing. I think like, cause I do my stuff online, only online. I don't have like a store or nothing.
Right.
Smart. I still like that way better.
So
No disrespect
so
to
maybe if I
stores.
was to have a store, it will be. But I feel like I do have Brooklyn though. I feel like I have Brooklyn like this right now.
in a chokehold.
Like,
Yeah. And the reason I say New York is just because, I mean, that's kind of biased because it's like I don't really know every single
nah, I
brand
say
in
New York because my order is not just from Brooklyn. It's from the
Yeah.
entirety of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because even though, like I said, it says Brooklyn, it stands for like the whole message I just explained.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So when people buy it, they don't buy it for Brooklyn. They buy it for like
Yeah.
But
Everywhere.
You know what it is though? I still respect the simple fact that you still have Brooklyn in it. Cause like, you know, Brooklyn is like really, if you think of a lot of people when they think of New York City, if it's not just Manhattan, you know what the next place is?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Well,
Mhm.
the reason why I even added Brooklyn, because like I said, at first it was just the mask and the cap.
Mhm.
I was thinking of a way to make it iconic, like
Yeah.
to make it stand out. I was like, damn. So I took weeks to think of this shit, bro. And then
No,
I was like,
Its origin.
I was like, let me put like, I was thinking of making a word out of it, but I
Mhm.
couldn't think of what word.
listen,
I just put Brooklyn. I
you put Manhattan, that's not gonna hit the same. You put
Exactly.
the Bronx, not gonna hit the same.
Tassel
The
got the O
eyes
right
Yeah,
there,
you put
like,
you even put
Tassel
Queens,
got
and
the
I'm
L,
from
like-
Queens. It's not hitting the same, bro. Staten
Definitely
Island, no.
I
And
just
Brooklyn's
didn't
just
know.
an iconic place.
There's
It's
a lot of
iconic.
history here.
I just
So-
put the
No
Brooklyn
disrespect to the other boroughs and cities, but there's
it
a lot of
clicked.
history.
It
Brooklyn's
clicked.
iconic.
Like it worked. Like it clicked.
It clicked,
And
man.
I was just happy I came up with that. I'm just happy everything worked out the way it did.
Mhm.
With that whole
Oh man.
So this is a business-based podcast, and I know you did a trip to Miami, and it looked like it was like a convention of some sort.
Yes.
You want to speak on that? Because I
Yes.
was pretty fascinated, to be honest with you.
All right, so basically, shout out Athis Jeffson. He's an entrepreneur. He basically mentors and teaches like basically people that want to start businesses.
Mhm.
So he had like a mastermind basically teaching. It was a 25K mastermind, basically teaching like, you know, different secrets that will help your business evolve
Mm-hmm.
and grow it. You know, so I basically went to that and it was really great. He taught like not only business things, he taught about credit, which I know you spoke on a lot when we was talking
Yeah.
together. So I learned about credit, like business credit, stuff like that, and
Mhm.
basically marketing, ad stuff.
Mhm.
So that's why I went there. I did like a month out there.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
because I personally like have done businesses where there's been conventions and stuff like that, and it's like a lot of things they speak about, even if it's just motivational speaking, it's like I see it through you. Like I see you actually live it out. Like not too many entrepreneurs like
Mhm.
continue to keep those things in thought. Like some of them they leave the business and they just start a business and they just forget everything they learned, or they just, you know, don't
And
do
he
a
kept
business
it
at all.
going. He kept it
But
going.
you actually kept it going, and it's
yeah.
like, you know, that's pretty inspiring. Because even if
Thank you, bro.
even if it's not like just through a business,
Mhm.
there's a lot of self development that goes on to where it's like it affects everything around you.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's like to see, you know, people actually live it out and, you know, keep those things in mind. It's pretty impactful, like, especially from a speaker's perspective, because I know that's what they want. They want to impact lives and, you know, motivate people to be better, not just with their business, but their lives as well.
That's
So
a fact.
yeah, not too many people I see actually show those values.
That's a fact. Thank you. Also, now that you mentioned that too, like I really want to help people as well, which is why I don't know if you see my story today. I'm
Mhm.
actually launching a course where I'm going to teach everyone
he
how
need-
to.
There we go.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that course is coming. I'm gonna teach everyone how they can start a clothing line like
Yeah.
easy. I'm gonna tell like all my secrets, like
Mhm.
how
I'm
marketing.
signing up.
Now you.
Ads. So that's coming.
That's,
like,
and it's
I'ma-
gonna
I'ma
sell.
tell
It's
you
gonna
the
sell
secret.
like hotcakes. I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you
tell
that
you.
right
I'm
now.
gonna tell you the
It's
secret
gonna
right now.
sell.
You know how I feel about these courses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the secret. You need to take a picture in front of a Lambo or McLaren. You do that, I guarantee you everybody's good. But like just automatically get that course.
But that's
I
his
agree.
running joke,
I know what you
man.
mean. Like the people that teach, they do that. But my courses though is actually gonna like teach you.
No, I
real
know.
shit.
Yeah, we know,
I
we know.
I'm just messing with you, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of people.
I know what you mean
Yeah.
though.
because it's like they like to sell those courses, and a lot of times it's
right?
they sell the lifestyle. Like they're not
You don't
even
realize
You
the
made a
doing
work.
as
status
great.
about that the other day. I
No,
see
no,
it.
listen.
That Lambo
As soon as-
McLaren, man, it works.
As soon as Facebook give me my account back, I'm gonna address a whole lot of stuff with that because we're gonna address that.
Too
But
many frauds out
I do
there,
have a
man.
question for you. You know how you said Brooklyn's not the only place to get orders and everything like that. So what has been the most shocking or surprising place? Like, wow, my brand is in this place.
Japan.
Japan.
That's
I was
good.
like, I woke up to that. I couldn't even read the address because it wasn't like the.
Is it Japanese?
I swear to God, like
Like,
it was.
Be like-
it's looking like hieroglyphics or something
And
like that.
it was more than once. It was like 4 times that we got orders from Japan, and every
Yeah.
time I gotta like. It's funny because I had actually someone from our Instagram that wrote us, and I noticed he was from Japan, and I actually wrote him. And it turns out that first order was him, so he was able to help me translate it. So
That's
if it wasn't for that, I would have had to cancel the order because
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
fire.
translate it. So it was
That's
Japan. We
fire.
had UK a couple times.
Yeah, UK a couple times.
we had UK a lot of times. Matter of fact, we had Australia, Canada's right there. So we
Yeah.
had Canada all the time.
Bro, literally
We
when
get
no,
we get
go ahead.
different
Go ahead.
countries. I'm trying to think where else. Oh, we got one from Poland right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a country, right?
No, it's a,
Yes.
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 Portland?
Yeah.
Portland's a
Poland.
Poland,
Yes.
Poland.
Portland or Portland?
Poland.
Poland is a country. Yes.
Like Poland Spring.
Oh, yeah. Poland
We
is a
got-
country.
Yeah, we got one from Poland right now as we speak, and I gotta ship that out.
That's
I
fire.
literally got that order like today.
That's
literally
fire.
today.
So speaking about going international, so you're Haitian. You think about doing like a maybe like a Labor Day thing, for the West
I
Indies,
got asked
or
that before.
specifically like
Yeah.
a
I
Haitian.
I got asked that before.
thing?
I guess I should because I got asked that before. So yeah, most likely.
Think about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I can't say yes or no, but most likely,
Down the line.
or
Yeah.
or maybe for me, I gotta
It's something
I
to
gotta
consider.
discuss with my
Something to
brother.
consider.
It's also another thing because me and him, we've been talking offset like for the past like month straight.
Yeah, we've been
This guy
talking a
calls
lot,
me a
though.
lot.
Yeah.
Like he pulled up on me. We was outside my house talking for like 3 hours straight.
It was like 4 in the morning, bro.
Yeah, I was, but, like cause I be hooping like around like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
You be hooping at midnight.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gets lit over there. Like you'd be surprised. It gets lit at that time. So it's like I was on my way out, and he was just dropping me off these shorts, and I was just like, yeah, I'm about to be out or whatnot. But he stopped me. We was having a whole conversation till like 4. I was just like, bro, I'm not. I don't
did,
miss the
bro.
hoop session. Like I'm going back to bed.
And I ain't
But,
mind. I ain't mind. Like I did. I stayed for like till like 4 in the morning, right? Or was
Yeah,
it
it
3,
was-
4?
Nah, it was crazy. It was like 4. But the reason I brought that up though is because a lot of things he was telling me, just save it. Don't even bring it up to me.
Save it. Yeah.
So the number one question that's been on my mind since that conversation
Mhm.
has been, are you thinking about sponsorship deals with these artists?
Sponsorship deals. I've actually done that like, with some
Ooh.
people. That
Okay.
like, yeah, I've done that.
Whew.
You want to say who or?
I mean, to be honest, I have a collab coming with an artist too. I got a collab I'm about to do with an artist. I was kind of like trying to hold that.
No, you can hold it.
I mean, yeah, you could say, but you don't have to say any names.
Because I want it to be like a real surprise.
Okay.
But to answer your question, yeah, like, cause I want to get like, I mean, right now, that's a good question. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
In the future, though, in the future, because I don't think we're as huge as people like as I want to be.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
you know.
I feel that.
Because sponsorship deals a lot into that, you know.
Yeah.
But I do sponsor artists now, though. I do
Yeah.
sponsor artists now.
Bro,
Yeah, but I feel like the sponsorship might get you to where you want to be. It
Yeah.
might be that push,
But to answer your question, I do sponsor artists. A lot of these artists you see wearing my stuff now, a lot of them are sponsored. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
Okay.
sponsored.
in theory and technically, yes.
Nah,
they
they
would
are
have to be
sponsored. Like,
Yeah,
like we
technically.
actually we have that discussed.
Yeah.
Like a lot
Like-
of
like
a lot of
actual
the
agreements
You
and
basically answered my
Okay.
question.
Yeah, a lot of these artists are sponsored. Like
Yeah.
like
Okay.
a lot of them. Like the ones, especially like if I really genuinely like their music. On top of that,
Mhm.
like Jen
So-
Carter's sponsored.
Yeah, it's a good
Jen,
trade-off.
Jen
yeah.
Carter's definitely sponsored. Like I ain't gonna lie, when she dropped that ball,
Bar, it's over. Yeah, I
didn't
knew
even-
it. I knew it.
I
I'm
didn't
about
even,
to find a caption for myself.
I didn't even know she was gonna do
I'ma
that,
get
bro.
sponsored.
Yeah.
Because I spoke to shout out Kyle Rich. I spoke to Kyle Rich. I was like, yo, imagine like if a prolific boy like, and he texted me back, yo, but we dead already did that.
Did that? Yeah.
I was like, you lying.
bro.
Like when?
Bro, that's how you know it's like
It's genuine.
genuine,
Mhm.
genuine.
Shout out 41, man. I ain't gonna lie. How 41 came about,
Uh-huh.
because it was around like I was like that hit song he got Beam. I was hearing that on TikTok
Yeah.
every day. I'm like, who
Yeah,
is
my
this?
friend.
And then I wanted to find out who it was, so I ended up commenting like, who is that? People told me. I found him on the gram. I wrote him. He ain't never respond. One day he just wrote me back.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yo, I've been wanting a fit from y'all.
yes, bro.
He was like, yo, I've been tuned into this.
He's me. Like for me, I'm waiting. Like I found like 3 spots. I'm not telling nobody until I drop the photos. I waited to do like Max shit. Shout out Mac, by the way. And I'm like, I got your stuff in mind, and I have the perfect fits. I'm just waiting for that right moment.
I'm waiting
because
too,
I
bro.
take concepts to a whole new level,
I see that.
Bro.
I follow you. I see that.
bro. And I'm an entertainer, so you know I'm gonna have fun with this.
So like he basically responded back. He was like, yo, I've been wanted like a fit from you. And then he was about to shoot a video, which is 41 Cypher, which is at 1 million
41
views right
Cypher,
now.
that's
by
my
the way,
favorite right
yeah.
there.
And he's like, yo, but
He's
we
like,
dead
oh,
about to shoot a vid. Shout out to those guys. He's like, yo, we about to shoot a vid. And he's like, yo, bro, is it like, he basically asked, like, what if we all get a fit for that vid?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that would be fire.
Looking like the Beatles. Like, come
And
on.
he's
They're
like,
looking
yo-
like the prolific Rangers.
Shout out to those guys. He's like, well, I'm about to make a chat at all the members, and they showed me mad love. Because they all been wanting to fit.
Instead of the Backstreet Boys, you gotta call them Prolificfabric Boys. You know,
Nah,
That's-
PF Boys.
They 41. They 41.
PF
They
boys.
just jack prolific for me. And,
Nah, Tata's my
and that
son.
was just mad love, bro. Like he hit me back, like, yo, but we been wanting to fit. And
Yeah.
like we shooting that vid. I linked
Yeah.
up with them. And then I'm like,
I'm
yo,
telling you, people be wanting
show
Drip
me
for
mad
their
love.
like stuff, like for their videos, all of that, bro.
show me mad love. That boy Jen, though, I ain't gonna lie, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Like I literally asking me, but what if a prolific boy? He's like, but we already did that.
Mm.
I'm like, you lying. He's like, but we did, and then he sent it. Like
That's probably not could be the last one though.
Nah,
Nice,
hell
nice,
no.
nice,
Hell
nice.
no. But she's gonna be the catalyst.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie, Jen. I spoke to Jen the other day. I told her what's up. Like me and Jen is locked in
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
At that point, shout out to her though.
Like, you know, when like Cardi B be shouting out Fashion Over, that's the same exact reaction when Jen did the Prolificfabric bar. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really listen to Cardi B like that. So I
It's
even
an
know.
analogy.
I get it, but I'm saying I didn't even know about that.
Jen, man.
But
Shout out
yeah.
the whole 41, man. They going up. I seen it before everybody. What makes it real genuine too is because I locked in with them like way before like they were even lit. So it's like it made it more
Yeah.
genuine
Mhm.
for me. So shout out to them.
So my final question, since we are running a long time. So basically, you have this thing where you like to do Black History Month pieces, as we see right here.
Yeah.
Tell us more about what got you to start that, as well as a second part question. Are you thinking about doing the same for other holidays, or?
All right, so shout out my brother. This was mostly like my brother idea right here. So what made us get into that whole type of Black History Month route was because I don't know, we were just trying to think of ways, you feel me, ways to do some new fire, like some new heat, and we thought of that. But for a long time, we've been thought of the Black History Month. We just didn't have the piece. But then my brother was always working on it. So he had this idea. He was just always constructing it. And one day he just showed me like all the faces together. And we were looking for a manufacturer. We found one. He ordered a sample. It was just so fire. My birthday was coming. I was trying to find an outfit.
Oh yeah. I remember this
I was trying to
photo. I
find an
remember this
outfit. So
photo.
I was about to buy mad other shit. I'm like, you know what? I gotta
Make my own.
some
Yeah.
prolific, like
Yeah.
some exclusive drip. Because at the time this wasn't out yet. I was the only one with it. And then I was like, and then the
You had the cool grays.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
remember.
say that.
I remember. I
Cool
reshared
grays.
that photo
Yeah.
quickly.
Cougars was coming out. And
Yeah.
it was just perfect because I had another prolific piece.
Yeah.
I was about to wear like a whole different piece. It was fire too. It was I'm gonna show you after this. It was a whole other piece. I actually bought sneakers for it and everything. I spent like $800 on those shoes. I bought the
Cool
Amiris
Grays?
already.
Christ.
Nah, not the Cool Grays.
Oh.
I was gonna wear another outfit.
Oh, you're
Another
scaring me.
prolific piece, another prolific piece. So I bought the feet, I bought the Amiris, I bought everything. But then I was talking to my friend on the phone. I showed her the fit. She's like, wait, what about the Black History Month? You gotta wear that one.
You gotta wear that. Yeah.
I was like, damn, really?
I could have told you that.
I already bought I already spent over like
Nope.
3 bands on that.
Nope.
Nah, that I feel like that's what makes your brand authentic when you rock it for any occasion, not just to sell it. Like you
But
actually
the other
live it
fit,
out.
the other fit was fire too, though. But it's like she's like, nah, you gotta go all
This
out.
is
Like,
this is your.
Like,
That's
your
the
image,
piece.
your baby. Like,
that's
you
the
gotta
piece
wear
that's
it.
gonna hit it hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, but then I need some.
It's
I
a
gotta
good
buy
marketing tip too, because it's your birthday and whatnot. So
Yeah.
people see that it's
You know,
really
it's
something special
different
to
marketings. You got the Black History thing. You got your birthday,
And
and
this
then you
is
got
a one
the
of a
fit.
kind.
you. So
One of a
people
kind.
really see it
And
special
that's when
to
drips
you,
be the hardest because nobody has what you have.
Exactly.
Bro, I was like, damn, so now I gotta find a whole new fit. Cause I had like a dinner to go to with my parents and everything. I'm like, you know what? I called every store to get them cool grades. I actually paid $500 for them because it was early.
I wish you hit me up instead.
I didn't know you at the
I know
time. I
people that
knew
would
you,
have
but I
had
didn't know
to.
you sell
Yeah,
shoes.
you didn't.
or
Yeah,
anything.
you ain't know.
You were doing the
You're a sneaker
PlayStation
plug.
stuff. He a sneaker plug. I know
I'm
this.
everything.
So like
I'm a sex plug too.
I got the cool grades. I got the cool grades for me, and then I wore the fit. I took the flick. Yo, that shit went crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Everybody was jacking it.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, nobody. I was like, you know what? Let me set a pre-order for those. Everybody, even you ordered.
You smart,
like,
yeah. You
Yeah, like,
smart.
that's
You
how
said
we
pre-order
met.
for it after, like the right moment after, or
I don't remember when I did it. I think around that time or
Yeah,
close. I think it
close.
was. I don't remember.
it's still smart though, because I was like, that's hard. That's like,
I think it was like a week after.
I think I even wrote you personally. I'm like, that's hard. That's
Yeah,
hard.
bro. I wore that shit for my
That's
birthday,
hard.
and it put us on a different like route. It had like newer people looking at us,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
people that like fashion, people
Different
that, like,
market.
Yeah, like so that piece right there was, I did it. Shout out to my brother.
Mhm.
I give him the 100% credit for it. Like all I did was put in like little opinions and stuff, but the original idea came from him,
Mhm.
and we just put our minds together, and it came to this. And even the material is different.
Mhm.
It's not regular.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, the
It's like-
material. This is when wintertime drop again. Well, when wintertime come again, these pieces we probably do a new colorway.
Mhm.
And to answer your question, are we gonna do different holidays? I'm not sure about. I don't know. Most maybe like maybe probably like I don't know Christmas. We might do some Christmas stuff or
What about Juneteenth? Would y'all do that?
say it again.
Juneteenth.
What's that?
Juneteenth.
That's like the
Oh.
new holiday.
What's the holiday is that?
That's when the slaves in Texas found out they were free.
Oh, I
On
didn't
June
know about
19th.
that.
Oh,
The
No,
July
it's
4th
like
for
it's
us.
That's
just now
July
getting
4th for
celebrated
us.
like this year. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
basically since we
That would
did
be a great tool
That
since
would be
it's
great
new.
because a lot
Yeah.
of people like are really tapping into Juneteenth now.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we might. To answer your question, yeah, we most likely will.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the brand Barriers. Shout out to them too.
Yeah,
they do a
Barriers.
lot of like
That was in my head
they
too.
do a lot of like stuff with like like history and
Yeah.
stuff. So they were one of our inspirations as well. But we always try to
I think you're up there with them
be
now
different.
though. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
we always
lie.
try to be different. I ain't gonna lie. We might get inspired by certain people, but we always
Be different. Yeah.
different at all times. At all times, we don't necessarily copy anyone.
Mhm.
Always
Yeah.
different.
Because the reason I asked that is because as some of you viewers know, I'm actually like a brand ambassador for my friend's clothing line that just started up. It's called Boston Unlimited, and
Shout out to Boss Done Limited.
yeah,
man.
and he's actually revamping his brand. So in the past year, like he's done like pretty much, I'd say just about every holiday for the most part in
He's
terms
smart,
of like
very
a
smart.
like a holiday piece. So I know Black History Month, he's always went like all out. Like he does like multiple pieces, but like every other holiday, he's done like one piece. Like Valentine's Day, he did like one hoodie, and
That's a good-
things
that's
like that.
That's a good holiday
So,
to do.
Seeing that you also did the same thing with Black History Month, it's just an idea where it's just like, from a fan perspective of like, of all clothing lines, it's just like, are we gonna see more of that? Not just from you, but from other designers out there who's probably tapped in right now listening. But yeah, that's kind of why I asked that.
Now, you definitely will, definitely. And every Black History Month, we're gonna do some new fire
Mm.
or a new colorway. It's a lot of creativity that goes into this, so it's not that easy. But,
Mhm.
but we definitely gonna try to keep dropping. 100%. We are gonna keep dropping. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Heat every time. For me.
Different.
A lot of people like will hit us up, like where to shop, website online, prolificfabricstore.com,
Mhm.
Instagram, Prolificfabric, and just.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even have your clothes yet, and I think I don't.
Now you
remember
do though.
telling
You have a shirt.
I did have a shirt. Yeah, I did have a shirt. But I was like, you're one of the brands, not only that I also want to work with, but like you're one of like my favorite brands. Like, especially watching it like keep going and going and going and going. You're one, like, I like how you approach like certain things. Like, I like how you approach your audience or whatever. I was gonna ask you, do you even have a set audience? But then I was like, nah, that's not even a good question because you really kind of don't. Like, if you think about it, everybody, like, I've seen on Central Park in Union Square for that side talk, I've seen an older person rock his stuff. I even tagged you in the video when somebody even was rocking his stuff. I was like, yo, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. And it's younger. I even had a little kid wearing it. I'm like, how do you even get a little kid to wear that? It's crazy.
Little
Like,
kids be
it's
tapped
crazy.
in. Like,
Low kids tapped in. Well,
He don't even know how to walk.
to answer that question, like, do I have a set audience? I would say, like, well, I target the youth.
Yeah, you do.
I target the youth, but I target everyone. As long as you like fashion, you like clothes, you like to get dressed, you like to look nice, Prolific is for you.
Prolific is the way. It's the answer.
Prolific is for you. You want to look drippy today?
It's the answer.
For me, Prolific is for you. So that's really my audience. Women, men, male, female, just everyone. Like literally my man's like, he told me my aunt likes, he was like, yo, my aunt likes your short, bro. Like, it's for aunts too. It's for everybody.
Right.
Like, it's for everybody, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
the shorts
so-
that you have is hard.
Yeah, thank you,
The
bro.
shorts that I seen you post is hard.
Nah, for sure. All the shorts is hard. Everything is hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Hard.
I humbly say everything we drop is hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
So you guys do the design yourself, or y'all reach out to like artists or graphic designers to do it?
Yeah, so some designs, like this design my brother made, like the simpler designs we make, but like the advanced, like we reach out to graphic designers and pay them to make for us. Cause some things I suck at graphic. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to use Photoshop. But like simple stuff, like let's say like just a word prolific fabric, I could make that. That's simple. But it's designs right now. I got designers making for me because it's too advanced for us to make. So we reach out to designers and we make our own designs at this. So it depends on what design it is. To answer your question.
Yeah, so unfortunately we're running low on time. So are there
Damn, already?
I know, that's why I was
I
kind of tight. I'm not gonna lie.
For
It
real?
does. Yeah, I'm kind of tight myself.
That's crazy. We didn't
Yeah.
even talk about. It's been an hour.
Yeah. I mean, we've been
That's
here for a minute. That's why.
Crazy, bro. I don't
That's how you
believe
know when a conversation easily flows.
what I'm
It just speeds by.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask, like, do you have any advice? I mean, advice that you'd like to give to anybody that's
I
coming.
love
up with
this
a
guy. I
brand
want his
or
autograph.
Just any
I love
words of
Michael,
wisdom, last minute comments, anything.
For sure. So for anyone trying to start anything, any type of business, it doesn't even have to be clothing.
Okay.
It's a lot of, we're in the era of entrepreneurship right now.
Yeah.
It could be, a lot of girls are doing hair, makeup, for me. Even guys I know a guy, he's selling wigs as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like
yeah.
just-
I was like, I'm about to get this money too.
Just
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, bro. Like, for
So
me, the
boom,
money's out
period.
there. For everybody watching, the money's out there. Like, for me, like, you could get the results you want. Just don't be afraid to start. And when you do start, just don't give up and do keep going. And along the way, you're gonna run into people trying to bring you down, trying to stop you, feel me, trying to discourage you. And that shouldn't be a reason for you to stop at all. That should be motivation for you to keep going and just keep pushing. Like that's really it. And for everybody to just start something. Everybody watching this podcast, sorry, but everybody watching this podcast, be like Michael, a man of many things. Just do things.
Simple, just do it.
Just do.
I would even add like just hit up those celebrities. Like you don't think they might not hit you back. Even hit up managers, all of that. Just hit them up. Like you want them to rock your stuff. Like hit them up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, because I would have never got Fabio if I didn't.
If you ain't hit them, exactly. Like that's.
Fabio's not gonna take me back.
You know how people are afraid to hit people up? Like, bro, hit them up. The worst thing they can do is ignore you, say no or whatever. Hit them up.
People don't even know this. I send emails, bro. I be at home sending emails to people, bro. I be sending a bunch of
real hustle
emails.
mentality. right
Somebody gonna respond.
Feel me?
Somebody gonna respond, and then the whole village gonna follow. That's how it's gonna be.
So that's really my advice. Just for me, just start something and keep it going and don't stop and keep pushing every day, not stop and be prolific, just like that.
That's
All
it.
right, so where can everybody find you at?
So everybody find me on Instagram, Junior_Bruno with 3 O's at the end. The brand Prolificfabric, Instagram, Facebook, Prolificfabricstore.com.
Mm-hmm.
Just everywhere. You find me everywhere.
All right.
Everywhere. We on
Everywhere.
TikTok as well. Prolific Fabric on TikTok.
Outside, not in. Outside.
We on Twitter.
You go ahead inside, but we
You
outside.
don't
outside.
really use it, or
We on Twitter, but I don't know how to use it.
yeah, I'm not really a
Bro,
Twitter guy
just
myself.
tweet it.
I'm
Just
be real.
tweet.
We
Yeah.
did got like
Figure it
mad
out.
followers on it too.
Yeah, you by yourself on that one. Like
Yeah,
we
just
all,
tweet. I love
we all
Twitter.
struggling
I
over
like
here.
tweet.
All the jokes come from Twitter anyway, so.
Yeah, Twitter is a funny.
And all
place.
the,
Speaking of
Twitter.
jokes, follow my TikTok. Breezy's mad at you. You can see a lot of exclusive content from
And all the
Said
podcast.
positions.
mad at you?
yeah.
All the
'Cause it's a
positions
little
come
meme.
from Twitter
I mean,
too.
anytime-
No, he is. The
You say
wine
mad
glass,
funny
yo,
shit.
I be dying.
The wine glass be funny.
Yo.
You guys set
Yeah.
your page on public. Are you trying to share stuff? I can't.
Oh no, my personal page is private. My
No.
business page is public.
Nah, no, I be trying to share your personal stuff.
Oh, you
but I
gotta
can't.
fence
nah,
stuff.
nah. No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about this thing. I'm talking about this
Yeah,
thing.
we got a Finsta.
No, I mean my Finsta is the TikTok. Like you see a bunch of memes, like a lot of funny
No, I
clips
just
from
said
I'm
Breezy's
this pod.
mad at you. I'm thinking that's the Finsta.
No, that's the TikTok. But you can see a lot of memes from the podcast and whatnot.
I love
So
this podcast.
let's run it up.
Shout out this podcast.
Yeah, appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna promote this podcast all the time. You see me promoting it.
Yeah, he promoted every episode we had so
Yeah.
far. So that's much
I
love.
be
right
tuned
there.
in too. For me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So everybody, make sure you go like, comment, subscribe on the video. Also, make sure you share the video.
Check
as well,
him out.
Right.
Can I ask another question though? Like, am I valid to come another episode? Like,
Of course.
Of course.
Wait, I got a question. Can I
lit.
have this sweater?
this one right here?
No, we're bidding on it right now.
Michael, leave me
All right,
alone.
we're gonna finish this off set. That's another episode of the What's Cooking podcast. You saw us cooking with Fedy, and we'll be back next time.
$100 going once, going twice.